Hello everybody and welcome to Cryptid Debunkers! Today, my dad is going to read you some paranormal cryptid stories on Reddit, of course. And he will say their username and all that so that you can follow up. Also, his name on YouTube is Nick Bionic, remember that. He will probably be linked in the description below. Alright, so, are you ready for this and start some conversations?
I'm ready for this. I'm ready to start conversations too.
Alright, then choose a story. There are a few, but not enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's this one here. We're on Reddit right now. And it's from Cavernous.
Cavernous,
like
okay.
a cavern, Cavernous.
That is an interesting name.
Yeah, it's an interesting name. Maybe he doesn't go out very much and he stays inside a lot.
How would you know that?
Because a cavernous person stays like inside a lot.
Oh, so you think that's what it means?
Yeah, like I was today. I stayed inside a lot.
Oh.
You had to go and find me in my room and get me out of there.
Yeah, I thought you were still asleep.
I know, yeah. But no, I got up at the normal time and spent a lot of time in the room. I didn't even eat. I'm gonna go eat later.
Yeah.
Before I go to work. Okay, so I'm supposed to read a story right now, right?
Yeah, of course.
So let's do it. It's a short one from Cavernous. So here it is. Not personal per se. So he's kind of answering a question here, and then he starts. I had a biology teacher in high school who swore up and down she saw an enormous salamander in the marshlands outside of town.
Okay, so it's like a Komodo dragon kind of situation, right?
Well, enormous salamander. So what's enormous? It can be enormous. Salamander is like as big as maybe my hand, maybe smaller than my hand.
Oh, yeah.
Even, it's like this long.
Okay, yeah.
So what's an enormous salamander? Is it like as big as an arm, or is it as big as an elephant?
We're not too sure, right?
Yeah. So it so far doesn't look like very super special to me, right?
Yeah.
You?
I mean, it is quite hard to understand because they didn't measure it like in all of these other stories that you're about to hear. But how could they measure it, right? They just saw it once.
Yeah. So I'll continue. As she described it, a salamander at least 4 feet long. Okay, now they're saying 4 feet long and as thick as a telephone pole.
How did they know it was 4 feet long?
Well, it's an estimation, I guess.
Yeah.
They estimated, but if it's a real story, 4 feet long and a telephone pole, it's like what, this big?
Oh.
So that would be like this long and this big. So that would be a giant salamander.
Oh yeah, pretty big.
Yeah. Did they say where it's from? Marshlands outside of town. They don't say. Or marshlands. So there's a lot of reptiles around marshlands.
Of course, there could even be lizard man there. Just kidding. Of course not. Hey, come on now.
That would have been an interesting story.
Well, yeah, of course.
So let's keep this boring story. I mean, let's keep this story. It's almost story. Hellbenders are somewhat common in this region of the U.S., but I've never heard of a North American species reaching that size. So what's a hellbender?
Yeah, I don't know what's a hellbender. Please add in more details, story writer. We don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it must be somebody that bends hell. But no, it's probably like some kind of reptile, like I figure. Like if somebody figures it out, just write it in the comments so that we become a little bit more smart.
Okay.
So a salamander that big would be kind of scary and surprising, right?
Well, yeah, of course. If it's even a real story.
Okay, it's not a super incredible, supernatural kind of encounter here. Like,
Yeah, no, it's just an animal, I guess, a very, very large animal.
it could be an animal that lived in the perfect conditions and had the perfect food and everything. The temperature is perfect, so they get bigger, right?
Yeah, maybe
So-
these things eat rats or something because of how big they are.
Yeah, they could for sure. So what do you think? Like, true or false?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure.
Well, you gotta tell me true or false. Come on.
Well, we didn't have any proof either, but I'm gonna say, you know what? It is possible that this could be true.
You think so?
Because of the rising temperatures and all that happening in the world, who knows?
So you liked my argument about about the perfect conditions and everything.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So, do you think somebody would spend time to write like a story like that if it wasn't true?
Probably for popularity, for money, for whatever kind of reason.
For money, he's got 44 like up arrows, which means it's like a like, right? A like on Reddit,
Yep.
it's an up arrow.
Up votes.
So I find the story not super like interesting, but if it's true, it would be cool to get a picture. But if it's true, you know, my guess is it's false. That's my guess. It's false. It's not a true story. This is a fake. Like somebody made up this story just to look important on Reddit.
I mean, I guess you could be right.
Yeah, that's not a real story.
Okay.
So what do we do now?
So I guess we can read another story. Go on.
Okay, so this one is you say true, I say false. So
Yep.
let's check out another story. Okay, here, this one, like I remember we read it yesterday, and we thought it was pretty good. But let's check it out. It's from Flower Sat Dusk. Flower Sat Dusk. So it sounds like the dusk of a Saturday flower.
It's so random sometimes the usernames.
Yeah. So am I reading it or are you reading it?
I will be reading it, I guess, but I
You're gonna
don't
be
want
reading
my
this one?
sickness to get on your phone.
It's okay. I'll disinfect it with some sprays and like stuff, like and alcohol, like pads and whatever.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, here I
what
go.
can be worse? What can be worse
Okay.
than reading like those stupid stories? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, come on, man. You were into the series, idiot.
Yeah.
Okay. While I'm gonna try to change my voice here. While on a country road in Virginia in 1981, I came upon a huge blackbird sitting on a fence. The body was the size of a goat. When my car reached it, it spread its wings and flew over my car, engulfing me in shadow. The wingspan was at least 20 feet. I was terrified when I got to my destination. I told my friends what I saw. They tried to convince me it was a cowbird. A cowbird, whatever that is. No way, I should have shown them the fence and measured it. And here's the story.
That's the story, eh?
I mean, he's the only guy that saw it. That's the first thing that doesn't make any sense. How could he have been the only one that could have
Well,
seen it?
other people could have seen it but just didn't write about it, right?
I guess, yeah.
Like, would you write about it to the whole world on the internet if you saw like a giant bird and you say, "I saw a giant bird"?
I guess not, because it would be kind of embarrassing, especially if it was fake.
You could look like a fool, right?
Yeah, true that.
But you know, I've heard stories of giant black birds with wingspans of 20 feet wide before. Like, I think I read that in some kind of old newspaper.
I did
On
hear
the
about
internet.
I did hear about thunderbirds, which are also gigantic birds that eat humans, I guess, or puts
Yeah.
them in their nests, maybe.
Really? Did big enough for that? Yeah, I think you're right.
They are
Thunderbirds.
big enough to pick up kids, that I heard all that.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Right, we don't
So-
know they're real either.
So there's also a rumor, like right, like it's a rumor. It's a story that went around on the internet, YouTube, about 6-7 years ago. And the story says that there's, you know, those big prehistorical birds, like the pterodactyl, they're called, I think,
Yeah?
with the big beak like this, like giant, and then they're supposed to be like 20 to like 50 wingspan wide. And some people were saying that they still exist today on like a certain island at a certain spot. They don't leave the island because it's too far to fly across the ocean. So they've been there, and there's like 3 of them or something, and that's the rumor. So could that be like somebody that's a cowbird? What's a cowbird?
Yeah, we have no idea what these are. Well, I'm sure that his friends were just joking at him or something.
Yeah.
Cowbirds are not a thing, as far as I know.
No, cowbird. Would that mean that it's white with black, like
Spots or something like
spots?
that.
That's getting like an interesting, scary story. But I tend, in 1981 it says, and it's older if it's true.
19.
So in Virginia, so they have big birds in Virginia. Maybe they do.
I mean, I don't really believe in this one, unfortunately.
True or false?
False.
So you're saying this is a false story?
Yeah, because nobody else saw it, and nobody else ever talked about it on the internet, I guess, so...
Yeah, we've never heard of that specific story before.
Yeah, definitely not.
So flowers sat dusk, so I say it's false too.
Yeah, okay, so it's false, everybody. It's been confirmed, I guess, from our point of view.
False, boom, bing, bing. Yeah, so it's false. So red light. Bing, bing, false story. Fake story.
Okay, now the last one. Let's see what you got.
Okay, I see another one that talks about a bird. I don't want to hear about birds anymore. Another one. So they're all about birds. Hold on.
I should make a creepypasta about one of these if they're so popular.
I think there's one that could be interesting here. It's not a bird. It's about a giant cat, right?
Oh, okay.
It's a giant.
That's different, definitely.
Cat. About those ABCs.
Why did he start like that?
So his name is Christian B. Roper.
Oh, okay.
Christian B. Roper. So hi, Christian B. Roper. How are you? Welcome to the channel. I hope you're watching because I'm talking about you right now.
I don't even think he's gonna know, but maybe. I mean,
Do you think these people know? Like, do you think they know we're talking about them? Will they find out?
I doubt it. It's a very low chance.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Well, they're internet people, and we're internet people.
Yeah.
So they might find out about it, especially if I say his name a few times. Christian B. Roper. Maybe like the voice recognition will get into the internet and send them like some kind of link or channel. But that would be a scarier story than the story I'm about to read.
Okay.
So do you read or I read?
No, you read.
I read, no. Okay, last one. About those ABCs, he says, I came across a massive feline print in rural Kentucky in 2021. A print of a massive feline, so like some kind of huge giant cat.
Yeah, all right.
He says massive, so he says it again. So it's like pretty massive. That means, right?
Yeah, but how massive?
Well, maybe you'll tell about it later. It says lots of black cat sightings come out of the Daniel Boone specifically too. The Daniel Boone was like he was an explorer. He came from England and to the east, like New York, and he populated, and he went from east to west, and he populated America and everything. Like,
oh,
so is there a place called Daniel Boone?
Maybe
there's a place called Daniel Boone. There was a song and everything.
You're gonna get copyrighted if you sing that.
Yeah. He was like, there was a TV show.
Oh.
Yeah, back in the 70s. Daniel Boone, it was called.
Okay.
This guy really existed, right?
Well, yeah,
he
of course.
existed. Yeah, he's
quite sure.
He was a real person, and his hat was raton laveur.
Raccoon.
His hat was a raccoon with the tail and everything, and he was wearing like animal skin, like a jacket, an animal skin jacket, and he would hunt and everything, and he would help the Indian people.
Oh.
In French, we say autochtone. So sorry if I don't say the exact right word, but back then they called it on the TV show the Indians.
Yeah.
They were the tribes that were all there, And Daniel Boone in the show was super nice guy and helping people out and everything. And in real life, it was just exterminating everybody. But anyways,
it wasn't the same as on the camera.
Yeah, the TV show was a little different in reality. Anyways, a little story clip here. Now, one local told me one had been hit by a truck and killed somewhere near Powell County and reported, though nothing ever came of it. So somebody reported it, this giant cat. It was hit by a truck, right?
Yeah.
So what year was it? 2021. Hit by a truck. It doesn't say what truck.
Well, the fact that nothing came out of it makes me say that they're probably hiding something.
Yeah. He says, to finish, he says, really interesting stories out of that place. So this place, maybe we should take a note. Powell County, maybe should research it a little bit. I'll take a screenshot so that I remember. Maybe we can check it out. Maybe the next show we can.
Well, I mean, in the next show, we're gonna see if there's any fans that write any stories to us in the comments. So if you have any cryptid stories, then don't forget to leave them in the comments, and we will read yours next.
And also, I need to know like if it's a true or false.
Yeah, true that. I mean, I think it might be a leopard, maybe, right?
The leopard.
Yeah.
It could be like those bobcats, like huge cats with like long ears and stuff.
Yeah, it could be one of these for sure. I mean, he didn't even say its size anyway, so it could be any of these.
Actually, you're right. It doesn't say the size.
I think this is debunked. This is just like one of those leopards or something like that.
You think that's fake? Not fake, but you think it's not like a supernatural
No.
anything? Okay. I'm gonna say the same thing. Kentucky, I don't know like Kentucky so much, but I think they got wildlife and everything there.
Yeah.
So somebody hit like a big cat, whatever. It could be like sometimes animals escape from zoos.
Could be that, yep.
Like a cat escapes from a zoo, crosses the street, truck drives, bang, hits the cat. You know, it could be some kind of panther.
Yeah, exactly. Could be any of these, really. We don't really know.
So next time we're gonna look. Well, if our fans send us like stories, it'll be a lot more.
Yeah, hopefully.
Probably, super natural stories, because these are all like just sounds like regular animals, except that salamander that we read at the beginning, a salamander.
Yeah.
So if it's a salamander that's this wide and this big, then it could be a little scary. But it could be some kind of lizard that's this big. Lizards get this big. We didn't think about that.
Oh yeah, true, I guess.
So basically we got some. It's not crypto like stuff like today. We didn't get any crypto stuff, right? I mean, unless it's a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
You know that.
Except for that bird, that's probably a pterodactyl.
So what do you think, like overall?
For sure, we could have found more interesting stories, first of all. So I should have checked more, for sure. But next time I'm going to check on the Cryptids fandom, which is a very interesting place when it comes to cryptids. If we don't get any suggestions from you guys, I will do just that.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll think about some stuff of my past. Maybe I'll remember something.
Oh, okay.
You know, and maybe I will remember something. Maybe you will want to know about that, because it's pretty scary stuff.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Pretty scary stuff. Yeah.
It could be a bonus, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see, but not today. Like, I'm not ready. I have to like think about it and breathe, because it makes me nervous. You know, and stories like scary and stuff.
Okay, got it.
So I'm not 100% sure. If we get some likes, people like our video, I might like motivate me a little bit.
Okay.
How many likes? How many likes do I need?
Let's say like 5 likes max.
Okay, 5 likes. I'll tell my crypto story.
Yeah.
But it's not a story. It's real stuff. Real stuff. I've traveled all around the world, right?
Yeah.
You've traveled a lot too.
Yeah.
You must have seen some strange stuff.
I mean, I didn't really see cryptids myself, unfortunately. But you probably did, because you were in hockey playing a lot of matches.
Oh, yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah, anyways.
I'm done. I don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. It's 19 minutes long. And also, we're going to restart the other episode this day. I don't remember the name of the date, but it's going to be the same date. So remember that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!
Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and leave your comments down below. Why are you repeating what I'm doing? Come on, bro!
Because I'm annoying!